What you doing?
Went to a school board meeting. These forms are like another language.
Well, let me take a look. Maybe I can help. What's this one here?
MYP. My year, pretty confusing.
This is the multi-year projection, and it breaks down like this. So up here on the far left, you have all of your summary categories. And so like these here at the top, those are your revenues or your income. And then this is the district expenditures, all the things they spend money on. And this here is everything else along with your reserve and your cash and things like that. The first column is usually the budget for the year. And so that's kind of a thing to have. It might change a little over as the year goes on. But then the next two columns, those are projected numbers for the out years.
So those are guesses because the future changes all the time.
Well, no, they're projections. They're based on assumptions for like the revenues are assumed, but because they're not really known, and the expenditures are assumed because they're not really known, and the leftovers and cash, that's assumed as well because it's not really known, and then it's put in here.
That's what I said. They're guesses.
No, it's projections.
Whatever. Seems like a waste of time to put a bunch
Well,
of guesses.
it's not really a waste because, you know, as a school district, if you're not planning for the future, then that's just plain foolish. So you do need to have something like this. But I'll tell you, these two out years are generally very bleak. The financial guys for districts, they're not going to make this look too great. It's either going to be status quo, a little tiny bit good, or pretty bad. But that's just how this particular document works. What else you got?
I heard something about ADA and enrollment. Best I figure that means ask Doug about enrollment.
Well, those are two different things. Yeah, enrollment is the number of kids that are enrolled in your district to go to school. And so that's just all the kids right there. And you'd think that a district would get paid based on how many kids are enrolled, but that's not how it works. That's where ADA comes in, or average daily attendance.
So ADA is not about asking Doug and filling in the blank.
No, that's not it.
Well, who knows that?
Well, here's how it works. So let's say I had these lollipops, and these are all the kids. These are all little sweeties, get it? Lollipops, sweeties, kids.
Oh, brother.
So out of all these, this group here is the group that attends on average on a daily basis. Not everybody. Well, the state says we're only going to give you money for these kids even though all of these kids are in your district.
So the state says help everyone but only pays for some.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's exactly why it's so important to pay attention to attendance programs and make sure kids come to school every day. So I'm going to put these kids right here back in the bucket. What else you got?
200 pages, a size 6 font.
Oh, you got this Oh, this is a beauty. This is called the Unaudited Actuals right here. It's also called a SACS document. This document is the actual numbers from the prior school year. So it tells you all of the revenue and all the expenditures and all the leftovers from the prior year. And these numbers won't change. They're actuals. So what's important for people like you and me is we look at these first two pages right here. The first two pages. Now these first two pages have all the exact same summary categories as this MYP. You see how they mesh together there? And so you can determine the spending priorities of a district just by looking at how they spend in each of these categories and comparing it year to year.
Why is it so many pages?
Well, it's so thick because this document inside has every single detail of all these categories that you see summarized on the front.
Good golly, Miss Molly, that'll cure your insomnia.
Yeah, this could definitely cure insomnia if you read it. Did you have any other questions, Tank?
Are you kidding me? This is plenty. I got the multi-year projection that shows the current budget and the two guessing years.
Those are assumptions. Projections based on assumptions.
Whatever you say. I also got the enrollment, which is actual kids.
Yeah.
Average daily attendance, or ADA, which is how many show up and the state is willing to pay for. Then there's the unaudited actuals. Tells me actual real numbers from the previous school year, and they won't change. But I'm only going to look at those first two pages. I'm using the rest of that document for a doorstop.
Well, it sounds like you got it. So I'm going to get going here. I mean, I'm looking at the time, and I can see that you have a lot of reading to catch up on.
Oh, you're real funny.
See you later.
Did you think that up all on your own? Yeah.